Under the layers of time and dust, the Colosseum still stands tall, a living witness to the glorious and brutal tales of an empire that once ruled the world. But did you know that right beneath its dazzling arena floor lies a hidden maze where darkness reigned? A city of the dead where schemes, fate, and life or death decisions were made. In this video, you will discover the terrifying battles that took place in this arena and uncover the hidden secrets of its underground labyrinth. Let us first take a look at the terrifying battles that unfolded on the Roman Colosseum stage. Above the underground maze known as the Hypogeum, the Colosseum became the setting for brutal clashes, where blood and screams intertwined with the thrill of tens of thousands of spectators. These battles were not just a form of entertainment, but a testament to the power, brutality, and conquest-driven spirit of the Roman Empire. Under the blazing sunlight, these performances were not mere fights, but meticulously staged sacrifices designed to satisfy the crowd's insatiable thirst for violence. The most popular and anticipated battles were the confrontations between gladiators and wild beasts. Gladiators, often prisoners, slaves, or professional fighters, were armed with basic weapons such as spears, shields, and nets. They faced ferocious animals like lions, tigers, and even elephants, creatures that were starved and provoked to heighten their aggression. These were not just tests of strength, but life or death struggles filled with tension. The audience would cheer when a gladiator managed to defeat a beast, but would just as eagerly shout with excitement when someone was torn apart by the wild animals. These violent moments were considered the pinnacle of excitement in each spectacle. The battles between gladiators themselves were equally significant and even symbolic of the Colosseum's purpose. These duels not only tested combat skills, but also demonstrated the gladiators' loyalty and courage in front of the empire. Some matches were one-on-one duels, while others were group skirmishes between rival factions. Gladiators were categorized into different classes with unique fighting styles, such as the Mirmillo, who wielded large shields, or the Retiarius, who fought with nets and tridents, adding variety and appeal to each fight. One of the most horrifying spectacles was the public executions, where prisoners, unarmed and helpless, were thrown into the arena to face wild beasts or forced to participate in deadly games. Those sentenced to such fates were often enemies of the empire or individuals who had fallen out of favor with the authorities. Their deaths became a form of gruesome entertainment that reinforced the empire's power and served as a terrifying warning to the public. Beyond the life and death duels of the gladiators, the arena also hosted bizarre and grand spectacles that defied belief, from daring hunts of wild animals to extravagant mock naval battles held within the Colosseum itself. The Naumachii, or mock naval battles, were a testament to the Romans' ambition. While debates about their feasibility persist, these Naumachii became symbols of Roman ingenuity. Imagine a colossal arena where the stage transformed into a vast lake within hours, large enough to hold dozens of warships. This was not a mere myth, but a stunning reality at the Roman Colosseum. Thanks to a sophisticated water supply system, the arena floor could be rapidly flooded, perfectly recreating historic naval battles. Small ships, built in Greek or Persian styles, would crash into one another with full force, manned by prisoners or slaves forced to fight. These spectacles not only revived memories of legendary battles, but also provided the audience with a vivid, lifelike reenactment of history unfolding before their eyes. Each Naumachia was a blend of extraordinary engineering and boundless imagination. However, behind the dazzling display lay a devastating cost: the sacrifice of thousands of lives. For the spectators, it was a breathtaking visual feast. For those aboard the ships, it was a battle for survival, where victory meant simply living another day. These battles were not merely entertainment, but powerful political and cultural symbols of ancient Rome. They represented the empire's absolute dominance, its ability to tame nature, and its unparalleled prowess in organization and management. Yet behind the glamorous facade was a heavy price: countless lives lost, wild creatures driven into an artificial hell, and prisoners reduced to mere pawns in a deadly game of power. Next, let us explore the underground city beneath the Colosseum. In the heart of ancient Rome, a colossal stone giant still stands proudly, defying time for nearly 2 millennia. The Roman Colosseum is not merely an architectural structure, it is an epic tale of an empire that once made the world bow in awe. Born from the vision of Emperor Vespasian in 72 CE and completed by his son Titus in 80 CE, the amphitheater, known as the Flavian Amphitheater, served as a symbol of a glorious dynasty. Built on the grounds of Nero's opulent golden palace, Domus Aurea, it was reborn as a space for the Roman people, a symbolic transfer of power from a tyrant to the citizens. With a towering height of 157 feet, approximately 48 meters, and a circumference of 1,729 feet, about 527 meters, this stone giant could hold up to 80,000 spectators. Every architectural detail was a masterpiece of craftsmanship, from the graceful arches to the 80 wide entrances, where waves of Roman citizens surged through like an unstoppable current. In its golden age, the Colosseum echoed with the roar of the crowd, the feral growls of wild beasts, and the splashes of water from spectacular naval battles. Each event was more than entertainment. It was a vivid piece of Rome's cultural, political, and social tapestry. Beneath the Colosseum lies the Hippodrome, an awe-inspiring feat of Roman engineering and the hidden heart of the bloody spectacles above. This 2-level underground labyrinth featured a complex network of passageways, dim holding cells, and an advanced system of elevators and platforms. It was not only a massive logistical hub, but also a secret space where preparations for the dramatic moments on the arena floor took place. The Hippodrome housed gladiators, prisoners, and dangerous wild animals brought from across the empire. Lions, tigers, elephants, and even crocodiles were confined to cramped, dimly lit cages, while prisoners endured freezing cold and darkness, waiting for their fates to be sealed. The cruelty did not end there. Animals were often starved for days to heighten their ferocity, making them attack anything that crossed their path. Beyond creating stunning spectacles, the Hippodrome also served as a hidden command center. Its underground passages allowed organizers to control every aspect of the battles from the shadows. They decided when to release the animals, directed the gladiators, and even altered the scenarios to create dramatic surprises. This system ensured that every performance on the arena floor reached the peak of suspense and emotion. The combination of intricate engineering and a savage thirst for entertainment turned the Hippodrome into a machine for bloody spectacles. For the spectators, it was the source of exhilarating thrills. But for those trapped inside, it was a living hell where life and death were separated by a thin thread. Beneath the Colosseum's brilliant facade was an entirely different world, a world of darkness, despair, and endless fear. The Hippodrome was not only a staging ground for grand performances, but also a haunting space where human and animal lives became mere tools to satisfy the crowd's insatiable appetite for spectacle. In their cramped, pitch-dark cells, gladiators and prisoners lived in extreme conditions. They were trapped in suffocating spaces, deprived of air and light, forced to endure the constant roars of nearby wild beasts. Each passing day was a psychological torment for the prisoners and gladiators alike. Professional gladiators, though often informed of their schedule to prepare, never grew immune to the fear of facing life or death battles. As for the condemned prisoners forced into sudden combat, they lived in constant dread, never knowing when they would be dragged to the arena or what terror awaited them. The combination of anxiety and harsh living conditions made the hypogeum a nightmare that never ended. For wild animals, the hypogeum was equally merciless. Transported from distant lands, from Africa to Asia, these creatures endured long, grueling journeys. Once they arrived, they were confined to small, barren enclosures, deprived of adequate food and water. Lions, tigers, and elephants, creatures born to roam vast savannas and dense jungles, were reduced to pawns, conditioned to become more ferocious. The atmosphere in the hypogeum was perpetually oppressive. The stench of blood, carcasses, and animal waste filled the air. Workers, prisoners, and slaves were forced to toil in these conditions, preparing for the next show without rest. Every operation in the hypogeum was tightly coordinated, yet its brutality was chilling. There was no escape for those who entered. For gladiators who dreamed of earning their freedom, the hypogeum was more often a gateway to death than to life. Condemned prisoners fared no better, thrown into the arena as living prey for wild animals or as disposable participants in deadly spectacles. Even the animals were not spared. They were used relentlessly until they collapsed from exhaustion or were killed in combat. The hypogeum's lifting mechanisms demonstrated the exceptional engineering skills of ancient Rome. Approximately 80 wooden elevators, operated by pulleys and sturdy ropes, were powered by human labor. Teams of workers, mostly slaves or prisoners of war, worked in unison to swiftly and precisely raise animals, gladiators, and props onto the arena floor. Each elevator was constructed with a durable wooden frame, thick ropes, and metal pulleys to reduce friction. Thanks to synchronized commands, the events unfolded smoothly, especially when wild beasts like lions, tigers, or elephants burst dramatically through hidden trapdoors, heightening the suspense for the audience. In addition to the elevators, the hypogeum featured trapdoors and lifting platforms. These hidden doors were skillfully operated to make the performances unpredictable and captivating. The platforms could transform the arena's setting within hours, turning it into a forest, a desert, or even a body of water for mock naval battles. The network of corridors and cells was meticulously designed for secrecy and efficiency. Private passageways were reserved for the emperor or important figures, allowing them to enter and exit discreetly, away from the crowds. While the hypogeum stands as a testament to Roman innovation, it also reflects the brutal reality where lives became mere entertainment. Fierce spectacles such as the venations, wild animal hunts, and naumatiae, mock naval battles, showcased both Roman creativity and cruelty. If you enjoy captivating stories like this, be sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more incredible videos. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.